Middlesex's push for promotion from the LV County Championship 2nd Division was helped by an excellent first day of their latest match at Canterbury against Kent, where Collymore was the pick of their attack. Rob Key won the toss and batted in what were the brightest conditions of the day, and his side made a slow but steady start against the new ball, with boundaries initially at a premium. But as the morning wore on and the shine went off the ball, Denley in particular began to find his form against a side which is closing in on promotion. They began this match in second place in the 2nd Division table and with a game in hand on their challengers. They knew that a win here would give them a great chance of getting into the top flight. But they first needed to get some wickets, and Denley and Key were making that difficult for them as they opened up with a stand of 61 in the first 23 overs. It was one of the better starts to a match for Kent this summer, even though they came into this game on the back of a thumping win over Surrey. Middlesex finally got the all-important first wicket 20 minutes before lunch, when Key, on a sluggish 17, edged Collymore to David Milan, who took a good low catch in the slips. Stephen Crook, who will make way for Stephen Finn on Thursday should he fail to make the final 11 for England at the Oval, did his job by having Sam Northeast taken behind for 3 at 71 for 2. Denley had been the star of the morning session, and a neat drive brought him his 11th 4 to go to a 50 off 84 balls 5 minutes before the lunch break. If that had been an even session, then the second one belonged to the visitors, who started it really well when Crook found the edge of Martin van Jaarsveld's bat to see the back of him for 2. And then Tim Murtagh trapped Denley in front 3 balls later for 55 to leave Kent in some bother on 87 for 4. They responded to those wickets by playing some shots. Geraint Jones, as he's done so many times this season without making many telling contributions, looked in decent enough touch, making the most of anything on offer, while Darren Stevens, who excelled with the ball in that thrashing of Surrey, picked off the bowlers with some neat flourishes, as these two added a breezy 45 runs in 9 overs to take the shine off Middlesex's spell with the ball either side of lunch. Jones had made 26 when he was then legged before to Collymore, and that started another mini collapse. Next ball, Azam Mahmood only had himself to blame for being run out, dawdling out of his crease after deciding against a run. Collymore's fielding was out of the top draw, however. Only 12 more runs had been added when Stevens, on 27, dragged a ball from Neil Dexter back onto his stumps. And Kent were back in big trouble on 155 for 8 when Adam Ball gave Collymore his 3rd wicket with some catching practice for Jamie Dalrymple. Even a solitary batting bonus point looked unlikely until James Treadwell and Matt Coles combined to add 57 in 10 overs for the 9th wicket. But with a total on 212, Treadwell gave Collymore wicket number 4 as he dragged on to depart for 31. The last couple of partnerships will have frustrated Middlesex as they did in the reverse fixture. Now they just couldn't get the last man out. Coles not only prevented Collymore from a 5th wicket, but he also dropped this delivery from the West Indian into the crowd. Wahab Riaz also had a bit of fun at the death as he thrashed 17 in a 10th wicket stand worth 30. Coles finally played 1 shot too many and was taken in the deep off Murtagh, but only after he'd made a useful 41. Kent were all out for 242, with Collymore claiming figures of 4 for 69. Bad light meant that we only had a short final session of 13 overs, but that was certainly time enough for Middlesex to grab complete control of this match, with Sam Robson and Scott Newman knocking off 55 of those runs. Robson leading the way with a classy cameo of 37, made at a runner ball with 7 boundaries. On this ground last week, Stevens had caused all sorts of problems, but he was unable to repeat that, and now it's Middlesex who go into the second day feeling pretty good about themselves. They'll resume on 55 without loss, meaning that they trail by 187 runs with all of their wickets intact. They will look to build a winning lead on the second day.